Hello everyone. In the previous session, we have seen how to use the colors in the LV report for the column, row, and field. So, in this session, in this video, we will see how to make the editable LV report for the particular column or the particular field. So, for that, first go to the program, execute report SE38. Go to SE38. We have a demo program as the demo underscore PO report. Go to the change board. So first we will see how to make the editable report for a particular column. So this is very simple. For that, go to our field catalog. Okay, first let me add one field. Let me one field as approve, type flag, and one more field I'm adding as remark, type char 10. So I added those two field, approve and a remark field. So for making those two columns as editable, go to the field catalog. Here we have our field catalog. So for any field which we want to make the editable, we just have to add gs underscore fcat edit equal to x. So this will make that field as editable. Just have a look at here. I just added one field in the field catalog as edit equal to x. Let me execute the program. Execute. We can see that field is in the editable mode now. So in this way, making a column editable is very simple. Okay, so as I added two more field, let me add that field here. The first field which I have added is approve. And I want to display this field as a checkbox. So that's why I will use here gs underscore fcat checkbox equal to x. Okay, and the second field I have added as a remark. Okay, so I added those two field. This is also I'm making as editable. Now whenever you're making one column as editable, always add a reference table and the reference field name gs underscore fcat, this reference table. So this will assign the properties of that field to this field. The named property is from the ekpo, and the reference table, that is netwr reference field. So whenever you are making the editable report, always add the reference table and reference field name for that editable field. So along with this standard table field, I have added two more custom field. One I am displaying as a checkbox, and second one I have added as a normal character field. Let me activate the program. Execute. So we can see all three fields in the editable mode. So we can select the checkbox as I have displayed this field as a checkbox. Now here in this program my save button is deactivated, so let me activate. Go to our GUI status, as we have created custom status, that is Z standard. Go here, I am adding one button as save. Let me activate. Now we can write the logic in the user command, as we have already implemented the user command. So we have here user command field, user command form routine. Okay, so we'll put a debugger here, go to display mode, execute, execute. Just add test and let me select this checkbox. 1 2 3. I'm pressing the save button. So as soon as I press the save button, that user command is triggered, and in the r underscore ucom we can see the value as save. Now accordingly we can write the logic. Okay, when the here we are written for the double click, in the similar way we can write the logic for the save button. Go to F5. Now here, whenever you're using the standard PF status, and if you press the save button, the value for recom will be the ampersand data underscore save. As in this demo I use custom PF status, that's why I'm getting the value as save. Now here in this block we can write our logic. So let me check the value of gt underscore list table, which we are using for the output. Go to the enter. I think we are using list one table. Let me check. Let me test again. So here if you change any value, if you enter any value in the editable field, and if you press the save button, and if we check the gt underscore list table, so we cannot see the editable, we cannot see the value here which we have entered on the screen, because for that first we have to refresh the LV full screen. Okay, for that there is one concept. Go back. So in the user command or in the global area, do one data declaration. I will just copy my from my text box. Okay, so define one data as g underscore grid I, type reference to class underscore g underscore lv grid. This is a global class. This will use to refresh the lv data, and also declare one variable as lv refresh, type flag. So what we'll do here, there is one function module. Go to the pattern, enter the function module as get underscore globals underscore form slvc underscore full screen. Call this function module. It has many parameters, but we will be using only one parameter. Uncomment is in the e underscore create method, in the variable enter the reference name which we have created. Now if grid is not initial, and if, as we have the variable as lv underscore refresh, refresh equal to x. Again go to pattern, go to second method like abap pattern. Here there is a standard class cl underscore gi alv grid. We'll call the method check data change. Okay, and our instance is g underscore grid I. So enter that instance here, press enter. So if the data is changed, kindly this will refresh. Put the variable name here as lv underscore refresh. So what this will do, whenever we change any data on the screen, this will refresh the internal table. Now again put a debugger here, execute, execute. Select the checkbox. Now click on the save button. Go to GT underscore list. Double click here. Now we can see there is X for the 3 rows of the internal table, and as we enter the 1 2 3 4. So this means that whenever you are using the editable LV report, and if you enter any data on the screen, we have to refresh. Okay, we have to check whether the data is changed, and the data is changed, kindly refresh it so you can get a new values in the GT underscore list table. Now as we have pressed the user command as save button, so in this block we can write our logic, like in which table we want to save the data. So in this way we have seen how to create the editable LV report for particular column. Now as I told you, we will see the both method, how to make the column as well as how to make a particular field is editable. Okay, so we have finished the column level editable. Now we'll see the field level. Now for the field level, by default we'll keep the column as editable, and based on some condition we'll make the particular row as disable. Okay, so for that, first go to our internal table. In our output table, add one field as cell style, which is type reference to the lvc underscore t underscore style, which is a type table. We can double click here. This is table type of line type lvc underscore s underscore style. Now in the output table we have added this field. Okay, now declare one more internal table with same type. What we have done, we declare one internal table with same type gt underscore style, type lvc underscore t underscore style, and we have declared one work area that is of type lvc underscore s underscore style. 7 activate first. Now let's assume that we want to make field we want to make field editable only if the purchase order value, the line item value, is less than 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so we'll write the condition here. If gs underscore list net wr is less than equal to 1 lakh, do in a reverse way. If it is greater than 1 lakh, then disable that field, because by default put that field editable at the column level. Okay, and based on this condition make that field as the in the disable mode. Now here what we have to do, I'll just copy the code to save the time. Let me copy this code. I will explain what I'm doing here. Now, whenever the line item value is more than 1 lakh rupees, first refresh the internal table which you have declared, right? And I'm clearing also the GS underscore list field, cell style, and also the work area. Now, if the value is more than 1 lakh rupees, I want to make the approved field as in the display mode. This field I want to make in the display mode. So for that, in the GS underscore cell style field name, pass the internal table field name, and in the style, there is one global class cl underscore g underscore lv grid, and pass the attribute as mc underscore style underscore disabled. Okay, double click here. You can see this is the attribute of this global class. Go back. So what we are doing here, we are making this approved field in disable mode. The similar way, we'll also make the remark field in disable mode. Add the field in alphabetical order. Okay. As we already have one more field as in editable mode, that is netwr. So what we are doing, based on the condition, we want to make those three fields non-editable. Now we have added all three fields in the internal table gt underscore style. So we'll assign this gt underscore style to the gs underscore list style. List style body equal to gt underscore style. Okay, so if you want to make a particular field as non-editable, the system should know of this row, this list, which field to be disabled. That's why we have to append all this field name with the property as disabled in the new field which you have added, cell style. Now go to our field catalog. As at the time of when we are doing the line color, so we have added as info type and seed type. So in the similar way, when we pass the style to the layout, so there is one more variable in the JSON layout, that is style field name. So which field we are using for the style name? So as we are declared cell style, so we have to copy that, we have to add that field name here in the JSON layout. Save, check, and activate. Go to the display mode, execute the report, execute. Now see here, now we can see, so as soon as my net price is greater than 1 lakh rupees, the system has gray out, we cannot edit those field. Okay, and whenever the value is less than 1 lakh rupees, so we can approve that, because we have made these three field into display mode. Okay, based on the condition. So in this way we have seen how to create the editable LV report for the particular column as well as the for the particular field. Keep in mind, like, to make the particular field is editable, what we have done, by default we have made that column as editable. How we have made that column as editable? In the field catalog, we have just added the field as edit. Okay, this make the complete column as editable, and based on those conditions, okay, we are making that column disable. That we have done here. Okay, mc underscore style disable. Okay, so in this way we have finished our we have finished this demo on the editable LV report for a particular column or field. The row is automatically covered in the field level or field level. Okay, so in this way we have finished our next session. Thank you.